Just in case you're not familiar with the sport of BMX racing, here's a quick rundown. BMX is a fast-growing worldwide sport. Its recent inclusion as a full Olympic sport at the London Games has sparked a huge increase in interest and participation all around the world, and Australia is no exception. The membership of the Knox BMX Club and other clubs around Australia has grown exponentially over the last 2 years, especially in the female ranks. The membership at our club has gone from 50 to over 300 people.
BMX is an all-inclusive sport. At our race meetings, boys, girls, mums and dads all compete on the same day at the same meet. There aren't too many other sports that can offer the same level of family participation. At Knox, our youngest competitor is 3 and our oldest is 73. Oh, and adding to the family atmosphere, all race meetings are smoke and alcohol-free events.
Go on, get out of here, you know the rules, go on.
Our application is for funds to assist in the paving of the dirt berms on our track with bitumen. As for what a berm is and why we need to use bitumen, I'll hand you over to Chris, our dirt guy.
This is one of the 3 berms at the Knox track. The word berm is short for bank turn, and they are much like the turns at the Holden Lang Proving Ground, only they are much shorter and made of compacted dirt. Now the problem with anything made of dirt in Melbourne is that the wind and rain erode the surface, especially on a near vertical surface like this one. When our riders go around these berms, they generate a fair bit of lateral force.
People to rip the lead already on the rest of the crew, like it's going to be her bitch.
So they need a good level of grip. So before every race meeting we need to spend many hours sweeping and preparing our berms to create a smooth, grippy surface like this, out of a slippery, pebbly surface like this. Falling on a loose berm is bad enough for our licensed racers in all their safety gear, but it's really bad for a casual rider just wearing shorts, t-shirt and a helmet. Our racing surface is quite a thin crust, so this constant erosion and sweeping eventually wears through that layer, and once about every 3 months we have to entirely resurface our berms. A full berm resurface takes a whole weekend of volunteer hours and costs the club quite a lot of money in materials and machine hire. Of course, while we have heavy machinery and rollers on the track, we can't have kids riding the track, so unfortunately we need to shut the whole facility down for the weekend. Shutting the track is something we hate doing. We have a wonderful group of volunteers we call the track crew currently doing this work, and they're not all dirt people. Our track crew is made up of both men and women who are chefs, IT experts, teachers, firemen and all sorts of professions. You'll often find our younger riders helping out at working bees too. We want to make sure we don't burn these volunteers out, and covering our berms with bitumen will take away 80% of their workloads and make our track much safer to ride for all members of the local community who use it.
Hi, I'm Phil. I do the commentating at our race meetings and I also volunteer on the track crew. Most of the people around here just call me Dr. Phil. I just want to expand on what Chris had to say about the casual riders that use Knox BMX. Our track is located in the middle of a suburb with a high youth population. We have bike paths all around and close to many facilities, other sporting grounds and schools. Our track is open to the public 24/7, so especially on the weekends you'll find lots of families here enjoying the facilities and going for the casual ride. Often they'll have picnics with the nice shady grounds. The thing with these casual riders is, whilst they'll often wear a helmet, which is good, they rarely have any other protective gear on. Most of the young teens we see riding around are wearing nothing but a singlet. So when we have our berms showing a bit of wear, often leads to a slippery surface, and we'll find that a lot of these riders actually have a fall, cutting in some pretty bad cuts and abrasions.
If we do get funding for our berms, our track crew volunteers won't just sit back and take a big rest.
Oh, won't we?
No, they'll be freed up and moved on from maintenance tasks to development work around the club, like running programs for young riders and girls, coaching courses and canteen work.
Oh, right, okay.
We have 3 berms to pave. We have council approval and quotes for the work, and each one will take around about $10,000. The Knox Council has generously granted us $10,000, and our fundraising committee and the canteen have raised $10,000. So we require another $10,000 to do the job properly.
If you could provide us with the grant, we would be most grateful. Our track would become safer for all riders. Our volunteers could move on to development tasks. We could keep our track open for all the community. The club would save money on an ongoing basis and would become one of the premier tracks in Victoria. Thanks very much for your time.